just for you to have an idea, that's not a completely intellectual process. When people come here the first time, and I ask them, they have to introduce themselves. I ask them, before you say who you are, you have to sing any music, you know. People would make, oh, you are crazy, you are a Vedanta teacher, what I tell you? Because if a person is not able to sing, you know, what he's doing here? It's a joke. So just sing a song that you like and then tell who you are, and we will know more about you from the song than from your words, you know. So a lot of things like this, it's going together, you know.
Yeah. So what, can you give me a sort of flavor of the teachings?
Okay, let's do it. So the teaching would start with a prayer, you know, like this. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shri Jagan Mataram Devim Sthitadhi Padmakasanam Hridaya Sagaratitam Gomatim Pranatosmyaham. Om. And this initial prayer will set a pace for the mind. And we can say that there is not really anything that we learn on this earth that does not come with a divine blessing. Because the intelligence of the universe is so high than our own, you know, that when even a person that maybe we have some hatred, when they come and talk to us, if our mind is on the correct frequency, we listen something that we need from them, you know. Nothing is wasted. And if you see the purpose of your life, how the life gets structured inside the mind, we see that the purpose has always two aspects. Things that I want to obtain, material gains, or promotion, or a girlfriend, or a house, and things that I believe that are going to make me happy. And at the same time, I have some sort of pursuit, not for any object in itself, but some sort of an understanding or an answer towards a specific situation. So, for example, I may be wanting a car and wanting a birthday party, you know. But during my birthday party, you know, I was with my wife, and my wife said something, and this something did not match with my heart, and I got a little bit uneasy. And now I have a new pursuit. I want to talk to her about that. Why did you tell that? What did you mean with this, you know? And when I dive on this second type of problem, because the first problem is, okay, it's material problems, we know about that. We can see that what are we really wanting from that is not really an understanding. It's something that maybe we cannot say it's lacking on us, but something that we don't accept on ourselves, that the other person triggers with their own speech or emotions, whatever. So maybe a person will look to me as if they don't really respect me. And this feeling of being disrespected becomes an issue for me that I have to solve, you know. And why is this, you know? Not because I am disrespected, because in the same party, other people were treated the same way, and they were not angry with him. They were just laughing, you know, how this person thinks like that. But with me, it was completely different, which means that was something inside of me that I was carrying that triggers with whatever this girl has said. And now I have to deal with that. And I want her basically to say differently. I want her to change her mind. I want her to love me. I want her to apologize. I want her to show respect in order for me to be okay. But remember, the other person was not angry at all. She was laughing at this crazy guy that said that thing, you know. But instead of changing my own point of view or facing whatever is wrong in my own point of view, I want her to change her side. This will never happen. And that's why we keep saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, and it's never enough, you know? Because if I don't love myself, it does not matter how many loves you I receive, I will still be an unlovable person to myself. And if I discover that there is a vision from myself about myself, and this vision is the basis for this second type of problem I have in my life, so there is a path that is not a matter of gaining new things or changing people's opinion or being respected or whatever, but it's a matter of changing my own perspective of myself. If I have to change the perspective of myself, it just means that I don't know myself. Because if you know something, you're not going to change anything. Actually, let's suppose I have here a very nice chef, cook, that he works with us to do the social projects and to help the students when they come. And sometime I can get to him and say, man, I think this dessert was not okay. He will agree with me, yeah, I did not like it also. So, how did you not like? Yeah, I also did not like it. I did my best, but it did not came out well. Are you not angry with me? No, why I would. I also do not like. You know, even if you don't like what I have done, you know, if you know that you have not liked it, other people cannot affect you, you know. But if you are in between, let's say, clouded by ignorance, then it's a different talk, you know. If I don't know the value of my work and somebody comes to me and says, Jonas, you are a very good teacher, I will say, thank you very much, you know. If the person comes and say, oh, I hated your class, I say, oh, sorry, you know, I become very fragile. And this is not because of the vision I have of myself. The vision is what makes me suffer or be happy. But this change of vision is just because there is ignorance. And this ignorance allows this change to happen. So Vedanta is a study that gives you different tools to dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper, until the moment that you come to the subject itself. That's not even a male or female. That's not even a human being. That is immutable. That never changed during my whole life. If I close my eyes and ask, where am I? There is no place for the I, you know? There's just place for body, thoughts, you know? So the discussion around that to give this nishta, this establishment on this knowledge about the self, it's what Vedanta is about. So like this, you know, I try to do how a class would go just for you to understand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So it sounds to me like, I mean, when you were first talking, it sounds like a lot of psychology that I've learned. I spent a long time studying psychology, and you know, there's some very fundamental principles there. And then it sounds to me like moving toward a sort of non-dual vision of unity, of oneness,
you
of
got
what I might call enlightenment. You know,
yeah, you can call enlightenment.
Yeah.
Exactly this is exactly the point. And you have to put the hook in the mind through a psychology process, because this is what is suffering and making the person suffer on that moment, you know. And then from there, you bring her back to a more fundamental place where it does not matter her history, her trauma, anything, you know. So it's a path for non-duality. That's what Vedanta is, yeah.
So the question that always comes up for me when considering enlightenment is that ever a steady state? Is it something that you can say a person is enlightened, or can you only ever say this person experiences a state of enlightenment, maybe with more or less frequency, of more or less intensity? But it's because, let me just put it this way, like if I truly believe I am one with everything, whose mouth do I put my food in? You know, it's like there has to be, and just in order to function in this body, in this world, it seems like there has to be some level on which I differentiate myself from you, even if I believe deep down, you know, my love is the same as your love, my heart is the same as your heart, our consciousness is united, but it's like, but this body needs to eat. you know.
Okay, your question is very pertinent. I'm very happy to have this discussion with you. Nobody asked this in an interview. So good. So let's go.